Good afternoon and welcome to the Hoosier Huddle podcast. It's a special edition as we have Amare Ferrell and Nic Toomer here from Indiana football. We're here to talk spring football as well as some of the stuff they do for Hoosiers for Good and the charity they're paired with, which is the Muscular Dystrophy Family Foundation. So, guys, welcome in. Welcome to the podcast. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Doing well.
Awesome. So congratulations, wrapped up spring ball last Thursday with the spring game. Nic, I'll start with you. Position change, moving to safety. You played there at Stanford as well. How has that been going for you?
It's going good. It's just obviously just learning a new scheme, just learning some of the small details about playing safety again, and just learning every day and growing and just focusing on one thing and trying to get better every day.
How is it, and Amari, you could chime in on this one too. You have a handful of guys coming from JMU who know the coaches, who know what Coach Signetti is about and the scheme. How have they helped both of you, kind of get caught up in learning Brian Haynes' defense? We'll start with you, Nic.
I think those guys, especially we have Aiden at linebacker. He's real vocal, so if we miss a call on the field, he's able to get it to us and kind of just make sure everybody's got it. And so he's kind of been more of a quarterback so far, especially because he's experienced in the defense. But it's been helping us make calls, made our job a lot easier, just having somebody that knows what to do in front of us.
Yeah, just like Nic said, I feel like they do a good job of making sure we understand everything in the meetings. And so when we get to the field, it's nothing that we haven't seen before. And then with the new staff coming in, I feel like everybody think they'll be taking it slow on us, but instead they were speeding up, making us learn more different things. So I feel like that's another good thing.
It seems like when I've talked to you guys and other players at press availability that efficiency with time is a big theme with the coaches. You're in the facility, you get your work done, and you're out. Has that been an adjustment, Amari?
Yes, that's definitely been an adjustment. I mean, every day I hear the coaches say every day, "Well, come out here and waste your time." We only out here for an hour and 32 hours. So I mean, it's less on the body, and so I mean, I feel like it's a good thing that we just go out there, do what we got to do, and get out.
Nic, you're not an old guy by normal standards, but being a veteran, how does being efficient with your time look like? And is it easier being one of those guys who's been through spring camps and spring practices?
Yeah. Obviously, I've seen a lot of different coaching staffs, a lot of different philosophies, but it kind of further instills they have a real business mindset. We're here to win. There's not much else to it. We're gonna love each other. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun doing it, but it's fun to win ultimately. And just us being able to do everything efficiently, get in the facility, get out. They're really direct. We're not gonna do anything extra that's not related to winning football games. There's nothing extra to it. It's just straight to the point.
And then Amari, you're moving to that rover position, which seems like a position that was created for you. How is that position going? How do you feel in that position, and how comfortable are you?
I feel good. I mean, I kind of played the same position last year, so I kind of have a feel for it. But I feel like I'm gonna be able to do a lot of different things playing that position, like being in the run game and being in the pass game as well, and as long as blitzing. So I feel like that's a great position for me, and I'm just learning day by day.
And Nic, we saw you at media availability with the Beat Purdue shirt, and fans got on. Is that something that's being emphasized early? Is, hey, what are we doing to beat Purdue? Sometimes Michigan had that beat Georgia period. Is there a beat Purdue period at IU practice?
I mean, last year that was kind of our shirt from last year that I kind of had on. They kind of just put a little bit of emphasis on that. I think we take every game with equal importance. Coach Sig always says it's one day at a time. We're not gonna get there right now, but we'll be there when we need to be there. And so I feel like that there's a little bit of philosophy change. We're just trying to be 1-0 every week. We're trying to we just got to focus on the small things that's gonna help us win games.
With spring practice over, you move into summer workouts. Amari, I'll start with you. What's your maybe one or two things that you're going to focus on this summer that you need to, work on or improve to come into fall camp ready to go?
For me, I feel like it'd be my consistency. I mean, just coming to work every day and just getting better every day. Um, and just learning the game of football as quickly as possible, and like, just learning different tendencies and different things like that, being as a football player, because I mean that'll definitely help on Saturday. So those would be my two things going into fall camp. What summer?
Nic, same question to you. As a veteran guy, what are you looking forward to over the summer?
Uh, the things I probably want to work on the most is just not getting caught in the like monotony of the grind every day. I've been doing it for a long time, and you got to tweak your process a little bit, but not straying away from what's gotten me to this point and doing that. Also, just like Amar said, we both got challenged to work on just being consistent every day. Obviously, learning a new defense, there's gonna be something thrown new at you every day. You're gonna see something maybe you're unfamiliar with, but just locking in on just the things we can control, like just always flying to the ball, or just always being super vocal on the field.
Nic, you've played some of these West Coast Pac-12 teams. If the coaches come to you to say, "Hey, what do you know about UCLA and USC?"
Well, unfortunately, most of them have. I mean, USC is the only one that has the same coaching staff. I think UCLA has a different coaching staff now. Washington has a different coaching staff now. I mean, I know I played against some of the players, and I know what kind of passing game that they typically do have, and just some of the tendencies of the overall program. But at the same time, you never know what you're going to get with new staff.
Right. One of the coolest moments of the spring game was that last play with Drew Schaus, who came in, um, deked a couple of you guys out of your shoes. What as a player, what does that moment mean to both of you? We'll start with Amari, and then go to Nic.
I mean, I feel like that's a real big moment for him. I mean, like, he been through a whole bunch of stuff, like growing up just to be, a young kid. So I mean, I feel like giving him that opportunity in front of a lot of fans, and just he's a big IU football fan, so giving him that opportunity in the stadium would be like a moment he'll never forget.
Nic, do you feel the same way?
Yeah, obviously, like I got to work with Drew a little bit last year, so just seeing him continue his support and just continue his fight, like Coach Sig said at the end of the game, like how can you feel sorry for yourself when you have this dude right here fighting every day, and then we get to see that, and it's just a testament to like who he is as a person, and it's exciting to see for everybody.
Does it kind of bring it back? College football has kind of become a business, and we'll talk about the business side here. But hey, we also bring a lot of joy to people, and it's a game, and we get to play a game that we love. Is that part of it too?
Yeah, it kind of gets you more rooted in like your purpose and being there. Like ultimately, like we're all there to excel. We're all there to make it to the next level, be the best that we can be. But at the same time, this is a game and it's fun, and we should sometimes get to step back and dwell on just the joy we're trying to bring people.
Awesome. Let's switch gears to Hoosiers for Good. You guys are both paired up with the Muscular Dystrophy Family Foundation. I'll start with you, Nic. How did this partnership start? Is this the foundation that you picked? Did you just get paired up? What was the interest there?
I think we kind of like filled out something about like what our interests would be and what kind of areas that we would be interested in, and after that, they kind of paired us together. Um, yeah, it's been good. Like we got the opportunity to go to a holiday event for the foundation, and like just be around the kids that are suffering from that disease, and just bring them a little bit of joy going into the holidays. So that was really fun, and they do a really good job. Every year the foundation gives away a minivan, and so like we just got to be there and just be a part of it, and that was just a big thing for us.
Yeah, Mari, how did you get involved? How did you pick this foundation?
Just same thing as Nick said. We filled out a thing, but like being around those kids really like it kind of made me look at myself different, because like those kids are really going through stuff that they really can't control. And so like it was a big it was a big deal with kids like that. Like they really are into sports, so like they really love football. So like they're talking to me about like their favorite players. who was their favorite team. So I feel like that was a big thing. But it's just, everybody goes through everything, but I mean, you really can't control it.
Right. And so, Nic, what was your best moment with the kids? Is it, you know, talking with them, giving them gifts? What was the highlight of those events?
I think probably the highlight was I got to sit down with the kid, and he was just asking me like he'd watched all our games, so he knew like all our players and stuff. He was just asking me about next year. He was asking me like, who's your favorite player to guard this year? Like what was your favorite game? Like, oh, when you made this play in this game, like how did you feel? Like how was the crowd reacting? And it was like it just felt like he was kind of living vicariously through me. And so like for me to be able to like give him that, like put a smile on his face and just, help him understand better, that was exciting for me. That was my best part.
Well, what was it? The takeaway belt? Anybody want the takeaway belt?
Yeah, yeah. Probably takeaway belt. I like that one.
Amari, what's your favorite moment with the kids?
Probably the same thing. Just talking to them and just listening to what they have to say, like who their favorite player of all time is. Kind of my favorite player of all time in football would probably be Deion Sanders, and one of the kids said that was their favorite player too. So like that was a kind of a fun thing. Just talk about like the history of sports with those kids.
That's awesome. It's always look. I work with kids. I'm a teacher up there in Indianapolis. So anytime you get to have those moments that you know that they'll remember. I know when we brought in athletes and special guests, kids get so excited to have you guys in there. They look up to you so much as their heroes. You play on TV and so it's always a special deal and I think you guys know that as well. Let's talk NIL a little bit, and this is a question we've asked other players too. Nic, if you had to choose your NIL company to plug, what would it be?
That's a really good question. That's a really good question. Um probably essentials because they make a lot of stuff I wear. I wear a lot of very calm stuff and they make a lot of good sweatshirts and I really like essentials.
Awesome. How about you, Amari? What's your dream NIL deal?
My dream, I really don't have a specific one, but it would for sure be something with clothing because like I love like clothes, so
So
probably
you
some
just
like
you want the
fashion.
hookup for the clothes?
Yeah, so probably like some high fashion like clothing or something like that.
That's awesome. Uh, well, guys, thanks for your time coming on. I know you're busy and stuff like this. Um, let's give the fans a little tease for next year. Nic, what are you looking forward to next year? You open against FIU. Uh, what's the thing that's keeping you driving during some of these workouts that are hard?
I just can't wait to just show our fans our new identity of a team that we have. It's kind of a different mentality. It's a different aura kind of around our program right now, and I think that we're going to surprise a lot of people. I just can't wait to kind of see the look on people's faces when they realize that you know we're different than the typical.
How about you, Amari? What gets you through that hot July, June day where you've done it 3 weeks in a row and it's kind of getting boring. What gets you through that workout?
Just knowing when the season come, everything just gonna be so different for Indiana football. Just showing, like Nic said, just showing our identity, fast, physical, and relentless every single play. Everybody's just going 110% every single play which is something that'll be different for Indiana football. So those are the things that I'm looking forward to this season.
All right, last question. It's one I always like asking defensive players. Would you rather have an interception or a sack?
Interception,
Interception.
easy.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
usually
we
the
taking the
DB guys go for the
takeaways.
sacks.
I'm taking
We
I'm
taking the
taking the
Oh,
takeaway.
takeaways.
I want to take
oh,
it back. That's why.
yeah. I get that. Usually, I get the defensive linemen want the interception because they don't get as many chances to do it. and the defensive backs like to light up the quarterback. But I like that answer. You get those takeaways and get to take it back. So thanks, guys, and thanks for joining me. Thanks for doing all the work with the Muscular Dystrophy Family Foundation too, and hopefully the next event you guys have means something to the kids as well. So thanks for joining us. If you're listening and want to donate to Hoosiers for Good, these guys go out and help kids and give them something positive in a life that maybe has a lot of negatives in it and could be tough. So they're that bright light during the day that helps kids get through the day, helps people brighten up their day. You could go to HoosiersForGood.org. And any amount helps. There's many charitable partners on there. We just happen to have two from the Muscular Dystrophy Family Foundation. Nic, Amare, thank you all for joining me today. Have a great spring, great summer. Stay healthy, and we'll see you in July when fall camp starts.
Yes, sir. Thank you
for having us.
All right, that does it for this special edition of the Hoosier Huddle podcast. You can follow us on Twitter at Hoosier_Huddle and watch the show on YouTube.